Good morning. I know it might be some other time that you see this, but that's okay. It's morning for me. It is early morning, 7:26. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with Revelations. So this is Revelation chapter 9. Synopsis. John also sees the wars and plagues poured out during the seventh seal and before the Lord comes. Okay. I have not read over it, so I'll probably stumble. Just a warning. Okay, yes, I can see myself. All right. First verse. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Yeah, I get literal on stuff. Fall from heaven. I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion, when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle. And on their heads were, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. So that's the locusts we're talking about here. I kind of get lost every once in a while. So the locusts were dressed, and the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle. And on their heads were, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron. And the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots, of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, Abaddon. For in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God. saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. I don't like my hair. By these 3 was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold and silver, and of brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. Okay, that's the end of Revelation 9. Wow. You guys better straighten up. I mean, whoever's needing to straighten up, you ought to straighten up. I think that's something to be leery of. And guess what? The time is at hand, people. Okay, that's my own opinion. And I'm going to stop. That is one you should ponder. One you should really look at the fact of the punctuation and know that, okay, so I'm going to read like 20, okay? Verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. So what they're talking about here is these people that worship idols, okay? They're not worshiping the living God. And they're also not repenting of their evil deeds, their murders and this and that. So that was an explanation about all those things that are false gods. Idols of gold and silver, so those are like statues. Brass and stone and of wood. You people that fits, think about it. Why would you worship something that you built with your own hands? How stupid is that? Really? And you guys know that there is a living God, so why the heck would you do that, okay? Thou shalt worship God only. And that also includes all of our bad habits and stuff. The things that are most important to you, that's what you worship. You need to get over that. So, yeah, I forget. I'd like to talk. Like I've said before, Revelations is not one that I know a whole lot about. But I know there's symbolism there. But also maybe not. Because God has lots of creatures he created that are not like us, that are different. All those mythical creatures? I don't know about those. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, that's the end of Revelations 9. I'm going to go on to 10.